What's up, guys? I hope yous are all doing very well. Welcome to my video for NXT The Great American Bash. This is where we'll talk about the matches, what people we think is going to win, and we'll go more in depth with it. I'm using a slideshow for each match, as that you can see in the top left. I'll be using a slideshow for each match. So first we'll kick it off. So we'll be going through the matches with in a certain order. So I've done it in a certain order where, like, the ones I mentioned first are the ones I'm least excited about. So I'll try and talk less about them. Not purely because they're not good matches, just because I'm not really hyped for them in that sense. But every match on this card I think will be a solid match. It's just some matches I think are more hyped for others in terms of the build. So this first match is Metaphor, which is the heel faction, versus the two Latina women. I think Valentina Faros. I think that's how you say her name. Faros. I think that's actually how you say it. And Yeliza, is it? Do correct me in the comments if I've said that wrong. But then with Nathan Fraser and Dragon Lee. I'll be very short and sweet with this one. I think it's very clear that they're going for a win for the heels here. The entire build has been that Noam Dar's lost his cup, and he wants it back. And without it, he like, the whole storyline is he doesn't know who he is in that sense. It's so funny, I must say. I have found this one quite funny, I must say. But yeah, I'm going with the heels here. The faces have no reason to win this one. The women won't take the on the face team. I don't think they'll take the loss, but I think they'll go and deal with them. Then your Dragon Lee and I forgot that guy's name in the top left. They will face off, and then the heels will do something in very dirty fashion, where Nathan Fraser will get pinned by Noam Dar, and it sets up the next match for him to go after the cup. So yeah, I think the result in this one's very clear, and I'm happy they put it in the kickoff card. I don't think it's going to be a long one, and I think it does what it's meant to do for the story, but that's really about it. Like, in my own view, it's not something I'm really hyped up about. But we'll go into the next one, guys. And the next one is, I forgot that guy's name now. Gable Stevenson, I think is his name. Against Baron. And for this one, again, I'm going to be quite short and sweet with this one as well. Just with some of the matches that I'm not so hyped up about. I'm not going to go into proper talks about them. I don't want to talk too much on each match either. Yeah, I think you go with the face here. I don't see Baron pulling up a win here. He might, like, they might want to try and keep this feud going for Baron, but I just don't know what they're doing with Baron, if I'm being honest. I thought they had something good with him when they brought back the lone wolf character, and then they just chucked it away. I don't know what path they're taking with Baron, so just time will tell with that one. But I'm guessing he's going to take another loss here, and that will go into his character that he doesn't know who he's meant to be. And then the face will pick up his win. It's his first official match, I think. Yeah, I want to see a bit more from this new guy. He can hit a good suplex. He's trained in wrestling, and yeah, he's done a lot of the stuff that Brock actually had to go through as well. So, and you can tell when he hits those moves, he does it really well. He is very good. I want to see more from him now, because I think he's been signed for a while and he hasn't really done much. So I want to see what he can do. But yeah, I think the heel could pick up a win here, but I don't see it. I'm going with the face here. I think it'll be a solid match. I personally would kick the show off with this match, just to get out of the way here, if I'm being honest. And then you got match 3, which is the tags, and this one, this is a tough one to talk about, because not because of the result. I think the result for me, it should be the Don and Stacks to win them, and I'll explain why. Gallus are a good tag, but for some weird reason they have not hit the same effect that they had on NXT UK, and I don't know why that is. I don't know if it's because they're doing something different. I don't know if it's the booking. I found this feud actually quite fun. I think it's been a really good feud, but every time Gallows has been in the ring, it's not like they're doing bad, but it's like they're not doing anything groundbreaking, and it's the same match every time they go in there. And I think lots of people, including me, are beginning to get bored of their reign, and I think they should change gold here. I think the Don and Stacks have something really good going on, and I really think that they should go and win them. The only way the Don and Stacks don't win here is if those two guys they face in midweek, I can't quite place their names. They're two big henchmen that they face in midweek, and I think they could screw the Don and Stacks over. But they could also not get involved here, and they could take them out as soon as the match is finished. So I'm going with the Don and Stacks. It's a bit of a risky one because I think they could get screwed. But yeah, I'm going to go with the Don and Stacks. That's who I'm going with. And match 4, we've got Thea Hale versus Tiffany Stratton in a submissions match. I couldn't quite get the picture for that had a submissions match, but yeah, we'll go into further talk about this one. When I first heard it announced, I was like, Thea Hale's gonna win this one, but then I've had a hard think about it, and I'm like, are they gonna have Tiffany, the person who they just had win, like basically go through all the hoops that Tiffany did for her just to lose to Thea? Are they? And I don't mean that on any diss against Thea Hale. I really like Thea. I think she's a top talent, just not right now. And is this a match where they pull off the upset of the night and have Thea beat Tiffany? But my issue with it is this though: if she beats Tiffany, what does Tiffany do? When she's lost that, do they do the hot potato thing with the tie at all, or I don't know. It's a very strange one. In my own view, I think it's a really strange one. If there was to change the gold here, I don't think it makes a lot of sense. I think there's a lot of other talent on there that I think they should go with. And that's not any like, I don't mean that in any disrespect to Thea Hale. None at all. But I just I think Tiffany should go over here, and I would be really happy if they got Tiffany to use a new submission, because right now her every match of hers is quite predictable. I love the what does she call it, PME, which is like Christopher Daniels, I think his name was. He used to do a BME, which was best moonsault ever. and she changes the name up a bit. So I think with the finisher, I think you've got to have something else, because look at the top talents. They all, or if not all, most of them have at least two finishers. Like look at Rhea. Rhea's really fun to watch because she's got the Riptide, and she's also got the submission, which she's used to take out lots of people. It's really good. So I think for main talent, I do think you should have at least two finishers. One to pin and one to tap out someone. I think that's what really helps them. Like, some talents don't need it, but just if she wants to be on like that next level, I think that's something that she should be looking at. And I think if she can pull out a new move here in this match, because she can't win this by a pinfall, so she can only win it by a submission. I would really like for Tiffany to keep the belt, so I'm going to keep my faith in Tiffany, and I think she's going to bring out a new submission. I'm hoping. So let's jump into number 5, which we got. This match, I really like the build. It's been really good. It's got like a old era of wrestling vibe to it, where they're having fights all fucking over the place. It's been really good. I'm going with Roxanne just because I think they're going to tie it up, and then they'll have a third match to finish it. Most feuds I don't like when they do that, but in this case I think it works. I think it works for both talents involved. I believe this is a weapons match, so you would think this would work for Blair, but I think this is the match where you have Roxanne really show her edgier side. And I don't know if Roxanne's quite got that side to her. I'm not too sure. She's too nice in the ring. She's too nice outside of the ring as well. And I think lots of people do say the same thing, that they're not sure if she's got that side to her. But we're going to find out in this match. But I'm going with Roxanne. I think they're going to tie it up, and then they'll do a third match. Most feuds I don't like when they do that, but for this feud I think it makes sense, because there's a lot of bad blood with the two. And but yeah, I think it's going to be a great match. I think it's going to be one of the matches of the night, and I think it's going to be really ruthless. Just hope that they make Blair look good if Blair does not win the match. I think that's the main thing. And Roxanne is a top talent. I don't think she should keep losing, because I think she's on a bit of a streak of losses at the moment. I think she's lost like 2 straight back matches. So she's got to get back in there. I think she's a talent that is suffering, because I think they should have called her up. I think they should have called her up to SmackDown. SmackDown are in dire need of a Roxanne, and I think they really messed up when they didn't call Roxanne up. And I don't know really what they're doing with Roxanne. It's the same as Braun. Those are the 2 talents I think should have gone. But for some weird reason they didn't. And yeah, it's they've got to work stuff out for them now. But I just hope they do well with Roxanne. Top talent, and just want to see what they're going to be doing with her next. But yeah, I'm going with Roxanne here. And we go into the 6th match. This I think could be a really strong showing for all of the talent in that ring. I think it's going to be one of the matches of the night. I think it's clear, for me, it's clear that Dom's going over here. He didn't just win that belt for it to be just passed over. If they was looking to do that, they would have done that with Mustafa. He would have beaten Wes. So Dom is winning here. And I think the fact they made it a triple threat only made that a bit clearer, because they want to protect Wes perhaps, and they have Mustafa take the loss here. perhaps they have Mustafa win. I don't know, but I just think it's set up for Dom to win this one, especially when they want to do this thing with the Judgment Day, where it's they want them to have all of the gold, and that doesn't work if Dom loses tonight. So I can't see them taking the belt off Dom, especially this close to SummerSlam. They want them to look as strong as they can, and Rhea's going to be out there to cause chaos as Rhea does, and yeah, I don't know how they're going to do it. It's really tough because you can't have West to take a second loss here, or a second time being pinched, should I say. Mustafa hasn't really lost, so I think they might have Mustafa to be the one that gets pinned. But yeah, if Dom does lose, it'll be Mustafa that wins, not Wes. Because Wes just lost his belt. It makes no sense. But yeah, I can't see Mustafa or Wes winning this one. This is a straight win for Dom. I'm not going to say it's going to be very easy. I think Wes is going to hit his finisher, and Dom is going to nick one. I think that's what's going to happen. There's going to be some chaos that's going to be involved in this one, and they're going to get more heat on Dom. And I think that's how you do it, by nicking one away from Wes, because Wes is so over at the moment. So they're going to be playing on that, and I think they're going to use that. But yeah, I'm going with Dom, and let's go into our main event. This is a match I've keep going back and forth on. I was speaking to a mate about this bit today and the other day as well. I keep going back and forth on this match because it's so tough to call. It can go both ways. But do they have Melo lose so early in his reign? Like, the guy they built up to beat Braun, and then beat Braun again. Are they going to have that guy lose here? And I know the guy who he's facing, he's a beast. No one's more intense than this guy. Like, I mean, nobody. It's like, probably Liv Morgan probably gives him a run for his money, but yeah, I think there is no talent like him. And my concern here is, if Melo does win, what do you do with Dragunov? What do you do with him? Because he's a main roster level talent. He's a main champion level talent. You can't have him just not do anything. They'll have this situation that they're having with Braun at the moment. Is they've got nothing going on for Braun, so then they go and give Braun like a feud just to fill time. And I don't want them to do that with this guy. I think if he doesn't beat Melo, either you have a heel turn for him, either tonight or in the coming weeks, or next week even, or you put him on the main roster and you have him go up against the IC champion or the US champion. I don't care. Pick one. Like, I'm fine with either. But I think that's what you should do if he doesn't win here. If he does win here, it's the same thing for Melo. Melo cannot just not be doing anything. Him and Trick, apparently the higher up people in the back are very high on Melo and Trick. So as soon as Melo does go up, Trick will be going with him. And could we see that tonight, in the sense of they both go up? And I know they've been teasing a bit of a edgier side to Trick, and I'm worried about that, because these two should never turn on each other, not yet anyway. I think they're so good as a pair, and I think it would be a big mistake if they was to have Trick turn on Melo. That's something that they shouldn't do. But what I do want to see is, I want to see Trick be there tonight, and I want to I want to see them add into that storyline. But yeah, I definitely want to see what they're doing. I think there's a lot that they can do with this match. I think this is the most anticipated match of the night. It should definitely be the main event. No other match would be going over for this. This is match of the year worthy. I think this is one of the matches that can be up for match of the year. This is a dream match for me, so when I'm making this video I've got to be as impartial as I can, but I can't help also loving it as well. I love both of these guys the same. I don't know who I'm going to root for it, but I'm going to go with Mello, just edging it with Mello, just because I think his title reign would be a disappointment if it was to end so soon. I know this is probably the only guy that probably on that roster I believe can beat Mello, but they might be building some other stars on top of that. So I want to see what else they're going to be doing. But then they could also have this guy go heel, and then he beats Mello. Right? If Mello loses that belt, it should not be clean. It should be in heel fashion, and I don't mean by cheating. I mean you can have someone like a Braun. That I was quite sure that Braun was going to beat him when Braun went heel, because that spear that he took in midair, I thought that was it. But Mello's got so much grit, and he digs so deep that it's tough. It's tough to beat this guy, and I think they should show that in this match. What do they do? Whoever loses, either main roster or that person goes heel. I wouldn't say Mello goes heel, because we've seen Mello heel, and I'm really liking his face run. But yeah, if let's just say if he does lose and Mello does win, I think you turn him heel. I do. I think you have him turn heel, and you get a more intense competitor out of him. And then who knows? You could probably do Mello and Trick. Trick could turn on him later on down the line. But I if I was them, I wouldn't end this match with these two. Like, just end it here. I would keep the feud going. I would honestly do a heel turn. But the issue with that is they did that with Braun. Like, how many times are you going to play that card? And I think with Braun it had to happen. And with this guy, I don't think it has to happen. I don't think he's stale. But I can see if they was to do that, and if they were to take that path, he works both. So we'll just have to wait and see, guys. But that's my predictions for NXT Great American Bash. Post yours in the comments, guys. I'll be sharing this around on my socials as well. And if you haven't actually already, go and follow me on Twitch as well at Matthew Coops Gaming. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 5 p.m. We're playing Ratchet and Clank at the moment, which we probably should be finishing up by next week. So if you do want to swing by, then go and check me out on there. I've got some past live streams on there, guys. But I hope you guys do all have fun with the show tonight, and I hope you guys have liked this video. I hope it's not been too long, guys. But I hope you all have fun, and post in the comments what yours what basically you all think is going to happen, and let's see if we have the same matches for the winners, and let's see who actually gets the most. But I hope you guys have liked the video. Like, share, and sub, and I'll catch you all on the next one, guys. Thank you for checking out the video, and I'll catch you all on the next one, guys. Thank you.